Hello, everybody. This is Richard Gilbo. I want to give you guys a demonstration today of the software that we use in order to help our clients build business credit. So, we use this same software in order to turn this 3 year business credit building process into 4 to 6 months. So, this is the Business Finance Suite. This is the very first step we're going to do. Once you sign up, you'll have access to the exact same software. You also have access to me, my advisors, and my financial advisors as well, and we're going to walk you through our process, get you financing, and build your business credit for the next 5 years. Like I said, the process only takes 4 to 6 months, but you still have access to us for any questions, any concerns, or anything that you could possibly need help with. So, this is the very first step. The very first step would be the business's credibility. We got to make sure that your business looks credible and legitimate to everybody that we try to go and apply for business credit for. So, very first step, this profile was only put together to pretty much show you what it looks like once you sign in. So you won't have all of these options on the side. This is just me in my back office, but you will be able to go to build my business credit, or you can also go to finance my business, and we'll talk about that later. But once you go to business credit, you'll have all these steps, and this is the very first step, the credibility. So you come in here, you watch these videos. They're 4 minutes long. This one is less than a minute. A lot of them are really short. Some of them are the highest I think we have is maybe 15 minutes at the most. And this gives you the information and the education that you need, so you're not just doing and pressing buttons and doing what we tell you to do, but you're also learning in the process. So I always tell everyone else, you can have this one LLC that you're using our software for, and while you're learning the process, you can be building 5 or 6 other LLCs at the same time. Because now you won't get the best rates and terms, but who we're using and the process in order to get the job done. So once you come in here, you get your business name, you can put it here. If you don't have a business name yet, because even if you don't have an LLC, you can still get started, and we'll walk you through the process of getting your LLC set up and getting all of these items that we're going to go through. We help you to get all of those items as well. So you don't have to have anything set up already, and we help you to get it. But if you do have it and you need to update it, we show you how to do that, and we also walk you through the process of that as well. So if you don't have a business name, you can come here and check your Secretary of State records. You just put in what state you're in and check and make sure that name is available. And also, you need to know what kind of business that you're in. What if it's a high risk or restricted industry? This is something that you probably won't be able to find in most places because most people don't know to look for it. So, for instance, if you're in a restricted industry, let's say ammunition, or if you're a loan broker or finance, gambling, then these things are X-rated products. These things usually can get an automatic denial, meaning anytime you try to go and apply, and they see that you're in one of these industries, you automatically get denied. And these are high risk industries. This will be agriculture, entertainment, which could include adult entertainment could be restricted, um, you know, healthcare, nursing homes, assisted living facilities, real estate agents. All of those, even though they are businesses that make a ton of money sometimes, they are considered high risk industries. And high risk would mean that you have stricter guidelines that you have to follow. They're going to be way stricter on you when you try to apply for some credit. But if you notice, education is not on here. So if you are doing credit repair is going to be considered high risk or restricted. But if you're also educating someone in the process, you would much rather say that you're an education company instead of a credit repair company. You're not lying. You're not saying, hey, I'm high risk, don't give me money. You're saying, we also do education. So that's what we're going to classify our business as. You definitely don't want to tell them, hey, I'm high risk, and definitely throw up red flags right from the beginning. So if you don't have your LLC already set up, you can come here to my corporation. I do want to let you know, although everything, as you can see, everything is in one place. As soon as you open up the browser, as soon as you log in to your office, because we'll set you up with an account with the software like this, and my guys can be on the phone with you the whole time, the finance guys or the business credit guys, and we can walk you through the whole process. But everything is right here at the tip of your fingers. If you don't have your LLC already, you can come here, go to this website, and you can do your own. LLC from here. Take the business type, whatever kind you're trying to set up. Go to the state that you're trying to do and get started there. Now, I do want to let you know it is going to be a little higher to do it through my corporation than it might be to go through your Secretary of State's website. So if you want to take the cheaper route, you can research it and figure out how to get to your Secretary of State and set your business up through there because, like I said, it'll be a little cheaper. So once you have this part set up, then you go to the next step. And the next step would be the business address. So once you have the business address, you can watch this video, you can check all this information out. And once you have the business address, you put it in here. If you don't have a legitimate address yet, you can come down here and pick one of the virtual offices that we recommend you using. So once you have the address and once you have the virtual office that you want to use, they offer different products. Some can be as cheap as $50 a month, some can go up to 200 or more, and it depends on what you want to use because you don't actually have to go to the office. You just need to have a business address. Because one of the things that a lot of people don't know is that Dun and Bradstreet has started to add um, your your picture from Google Maps for whatever address you put up. First of all, if you have a PO box, you look high risk because most fraudulent businesses use a PO box, or they also have multiple addresses. So as soon as they see a PO box on file, they'll automatically deny you from getting any kind of funding with them. Another thing is home-based business. Like I said, Dun and Bradstreet will show a picture of your address. So if you have your home address on there, it's going to show a picture of a house. And they don't like funding. A lot of lenders don't like to fund home-based businesses. It says that right here as well, somewhere down here, residential house address. So you need to have a virtual office if you don't already have a brick and mortar commercial building. So you can get that down here. It's like I said, it's all one click away. And then the next step, after you have that set up, you put your information in, and we put down your information for your entity, LLC, corporation, sole proprietor. Watch this video. It gives you all of the details that you need to know for this specific section. And this is where we talked about earlier about the high risk industry. You're not going to say, "Hey, I'm in finance," or "Hey, I'm in credit repair." You're going to say, "Hey, I'm in education." And it really depends on what you're doing and what you offer is going to determine the different kind of industry that you might be able to put yourself in. You put the date that you're incorporated. You also put um, your business entity documents. Are they all correct? Are they all accurate? Like I said, it's all one step away. This is another step where you can see the restricted industries, just to make sure you remember before you put the wrong industry on paper. And then we go to the next step, and this is all just in step one. But as you can see, it might look like a lot of information, but once you really start putting information in, you'll see that it's really not long. The longest part, if you already have this stuff together, the longest part will be watching the videos, and that'll be the longest. So you put in your EIN number. If you don't have it already, you can click here to set up your EIN number. So it's really, really simple. Then you go to the next step. You come to this step with a business phone number. And if you don't already have a business phone number, the virtual office can get that for you. So the virtual office actually covers the phone number, the office number, the toll-free number, the fax number, the office address, like I said, and you can also, in some cases, have a receptionist answer the phone. So if anyone decides to give you a call, your receptionist will say, "Hey, this is Main Street LLC. uh, how can I help you?" And then they'll connect the person calling to you or your cell phone, however you have that set up. But you have to have a business number because let's think about it like this. When you call Walmart, if you want to get in touch with somebody at Walmart, when you research them, you're not going to call anyone's cell phone. You're going to call an office number or you're going to call a toll-free number. Our main goal is to make you look like you're a legitimate big time business, just like Walmart. Now, we're not lying, we're just setting everything up the way that everyone else sets their businesses up. Walmart is another place that uses business credit. 70% of things in Walmart is business credit. So once you start the process, you're becoming or setting yourself up to look like these bigger businesses that use business credit. So once you have all your information, then you can just put it in here, save and go to the next step. And if you don't have this, if you don't have a virtual office, but you have a commercial address already, and you don't need a virtual office, you can come here and get the information that you need. So you can come here and get the fax number or the toll free number or the office number as well. And you also need to be listed with 411. So right here, 411 is kind of tricky to get listed with. You can't just go to 411.com, but you put your information in here and you click yes, we'll submit the information for you. So you don't even have to worry about it. So like I said, one click away. Everything is real simple, real easy to understand, and you don't have to do all that research. And you don't have to go through trial and error. This process really takes on it could take on average 3 years to get it done. I actually had a guy that we spoke to recently that took him 9 months just to get a Uline account. If you've started looking into business credit, Uline and Granger are going to be one of the first ones, the first two that you hear about. It took him 9 months to get Uline because he didn't know why he kept getting denied. And if once you go through this process, you don't have no reason to get denied. All of your stuff, all of your steps are met, and everything is taken care of for you, all in one software, all at the tip of your fingers. And this first step, although it seems like it might be a lot at first, it's really 10, 15 questions maybe, and it only takes you a couple of hours, if that long, if you already have it set up, in order to get all of this stuff done. So it's really, really fast. Our main goal is to get you in, get you the financing as fast as we can, and get you to the money that you need to build, to start, or to grow your business to where you want it to be at. So you watch this video about the website. If you don't have a website already, you need to have one. Even if you're not using it, you just need to have it. You know. So website and email. This is an example. You watch this video, it's 30 seconds. Our website is penstarllc.com. Our email is info@penstarllc.com. So, excuse me, they're not coming to a hotboy@hotmail.com or a um, mybusiness dot at gmail.com. It's an actual legitimate business that you can see that from their email address. Just think about it again. When you're contacting Walmart, you're not going to email bill at yahoo.com. You're going to be talking to bill at walmart.com. You want to make yourself look like, these are the steps to make yourself look like a legitimate business. So we go through this first. If you don't have that email and that website set up already, you can come down here and get it taken care of with one of these. Like I said, the resources are all there for you. You don't have to do your research. It's already there. If you already have someone, you can use them, but we just recommend you using these people when you deal with us. So there are a ton of other good services out there. These are just the ones that we recommend, and they make you look professional. That's the best thing. The best description that we can give is that it makes you look professional when you are filling out paperwork, because they don't know you when you're applying for credit. Let's say if you look at it logically, let's just say you start a business where you're lending out money, and a random person that you've never met before walks up to you and says, "Hey, I have this business. I just started yesterday, or I just started 3 months ago. We don't really have a lot of customers. Our income isn't consistent. My credit score isn't high, but I want you to give me $10,000 so I can grow my business." More than likely, you're gonna say no. More than likely, you're gonna say you have to show me some kind of payment history. You have to show me on paper that you look legitimate. You don't even have a business. You're using a prepaid phone. You don't even have a address or a fax number or email. So, and that's how we're looking whenever we come to these people, to these credit issuers or these banks or these lenders, and we ask for lines of credit or any kind of business credit with them. We look not legitimate. So that's a brief overview of it. Now, this is the business licenses. Every business doesn't have a license, but if you do have a license, they're definitely going to check. They want to make sure that you're following your guidelines. And if you can't follow the regular guidelines just to operate your business, you definitely can't follow the guidelines to pay them their money back. That's how they're going to look at it. So you can watch this video. If there are any licenses, if you don't know about them, you can search the requirements here for the licenses, and you can do your applications here. So it's all in one step. You don't have to go and research and figure out how to find it. It's already there for you. Now, the business bank account is another thing that you have to have. Um, We bank with Regions. I like Regions. They do offer lines of credit as well. Um, so we definitely I recommend Regions. We bank with them, like I said, and put your information in there. And next we do a merchant account. So if you're getting a lot of payments through uh, credit card, a debit card, then you can use Square. I use Square as well. I heard a lot of people use Stripe or PayPal, and you can get different types of financing just by having a merchant account as well. If you have a merchant account where people are paying you and you get, um, a certain amount of money per month, then you can get financing just because you're using a merchant account. So it's definitely beneficial. It's 30 seconds for this video. We use Square, like I said. So once you do that, you move on to the last step in this process, and that's just wrapping up everything. It's just making sure that everything is listed correctly and all your contact information is correct. You watch this video, it's a minute, and then we move on to step two. Step two is just your business credit reports. So on this step, we're going to make sure. So, oh yeah, I forgot to go through it. But once you're doing the process, I left these blank for a reason. When you have something completed, it's going to show a check. If it's not completed, it's going to be a blank. So that way you know what to go to. So Dun and Bradstreet, a lot of people don't know, but there's three main business credit bureaus. It's going to be Dun and Bradstreet. It's going to be Equifax Business and Experian Business. So once you go to them, you can get your business credit reports and your business credit monitored as well. Another thing that's so good about working with us and with all of our relationships and our connections is that we have so many clients that go to Dun and Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax and NAV that we get the best discounts, and with our lenders, we get the best rates and the best terms. And our guys, we know exactly who you should go to, depending on what you tell us that you're looking for. So we don't apply for the credit for you ourselves. We just show you exactly where to go to get it, and we can help you. We can recommend places to you, depending on what you're looking to get. Excuse me. So if you don't have your DUNS number, you can watch this video. It shows you how to get it. Put your DUNS number in here if you don't have it. Um, Make sure that your address and your company name is the same. And we say that multiple times because a lot of times people get denied for credit and they don't know why. But it's because on your Secretary of State you have one address, but on your Dun and Bradstreet you have a different address. Just little things like that makes you look a little more fraudulent. Like I said, fraudulent businesses have multiple addresses. You can't get in touch with them, and if it shows that you are illegitimate or not as reputable when it comes to taking care of your business, if your business credit profile looks too complicated and not simple, then you're going to look a little more fraudulent or a little more risky, and they won't want to give you um, credit because of that. So you can apply for your DNB number here, Dun and Bradstreet number here if you don't already have it, your DUNS number, and this is your report information. And then we go to the next one that will be Experian, and it's the same process. Experian, most people don't know, but Experian has a business identification number. This is ours here. You can look it up if you need to, but same process. Make sure your name and business address is the same as the Secretary of State and the IRS, and you can get the BIN or the business identification number here, Experian. Equifax doesn't have anything like that, but for Equifax, we want to make sure that you have the same information. So we have this little video here. You can watch that. And as you can see, it's really, really simple. It's self-explanatory. Everything is at the tip of your fingers. Like I said, it's only once you finish these first two steps, the credibility and the business credit reports, then you it really takes you a couple of minutes or an hour a month to set yourself up for the business credit because everything is right here for you. So this is the last step in this part. In this step, the last part in this step, where you're just fixing inaccuracies if you have any. If you have too many addresses, as your address is different from the Secretary of State and the IRS, and you're done in Bradstreet or you're Experian and Equifax, you can update all of that here and fix your inaccuracies. And like I said, if you need any help, our guys are going to be on the phone with you. You can call and we'll walk you through the entire process. So as you can see, if you have something completed, it's green here, and it's not going to be green here. So after you have that set up, like I said, it doesn't take long at all, especially if you already have all your information. It's just plug and play. You can watch the videos for extra information, extra knowledge. Then we come here and we start building your business credit profile up. After we make sure you're all legitimate, after we make sure all your information is the same everywhere, because like I said, they're going to look you up. Um, then we start building your business credit. So this is the first tier. You need at least 3 trade accounts reporting in order to um, start building your business credit. So the first tier, this is some information you can look up later on. This is something that you know. So I'll show you some that you probably won't see online. More than likely, you won't see anybody that I usually give these presentations to. They usually don't see these all of these vendors anywhere. You won't find them everywhere because a lot of people don't know that they report. So we'll go to Uline, for instance, because everyone knows about Uline and Granger. Uline, what's good about us is that our underwriting is connected with everyone kind of personally. So we know exactly what it takes to qualify. So we know all of their requirements. We're making sure that you meet all of their requirements before you even go and apply. That's why it says here pre-qualified. Once you have your information put in, we know to pre-qualify you, or if we recommend or not recommend you to apply for certain things. Because although on the business side, your inquiries don't matter like they do on a personal side. The personal side, too many inquiries will drop your score. We also, on the business side, don't want you to have too many inquiries for accounts that you don't have because it makes you look thirsty. Now, if you have a whole bunch of inquiries on the business side, it's fine as long as you are approved for those accounts and you can show payment history showing that you're making good payments on those accounts. So Uline is a net 30 account. If you don't know what net 30 is, that means that they'll give you a line of credit and you have thirty days in order to pay them back. That's why it's net 30. Theirs have some net 60, net 90s, but you have 30 days to pay them back. The faster you pay them back, the better, but you want to give it a little bit of time. Pay them back within 20 days instead of 30, and that's going to boost your score a lot faster because payment history is only based off of payment. Business credit is only based off of payment history. So when you show that you can pay back on time, but not only pay back on time, but pay back early, then you're boosting your business credit up. You're boosting your responsibility, uh, the way you look responsibly to these credit issuers and lenders. Real easy. You come in here if you want Uline and you're able to apply. If you're pre-qualified or we recommend it, then you can apply here. It takes you straight to where you sign up and register. You can get also download a PDF application form, or you can call, and that'll be it. So once you sign up, you'll have access to all of this information. This is just the first tier. These are some other accounts. Like I said, what's so good about us, we know exactly what everyone needs. Wexfleet is another one a lot of people go to. That's Granger right there. And we know exactly what it takes for you to qualify. You need to be in good standing with the Secretary of State. You need your EIN number. You need your business address to match everywhere, like we talked about before. And that's why it's before this, because if it's not matching everywhere, you won't get approved. So if you've been in business for less than a year, you have to provide a $500 deposit or a personal guarantee, meaning your personal credit is going to be checked in order to apply for Wexfleet if you don't have good business credit, if you haven't been in business for a year. So this is Wexfleet. You can reach out to them. Like I said, they have different terms. A lot of people have different terms. This is net 15, net 26, or a revolving account, and it reports to Dun& Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. Really simple. You can apply right here. The website's right there. Phone numbers right there. And these are some other accounts. There's Granger. You hear about them. Net 30, 60, or 90. And they report to Dun& Bradstreet. And what's so important about this, knowing who they report to, is because you can pretty much tailor make your business credit profile. If you come in and for some reason, somebody says, we only check Experian, you know on here that you have accounts that you can go to just to get business credit with Experian. But what's most important is that most people don't tell you. They'll say apply to Uline, apply to Granger, and maybe apply to somewhere else that's not even on here. But they don't know that um, those places won't allow you, or they won't report to Equifax or Experian or Dun& Bradstreet. If you don't have at least 3 accounts reporting to Dun& Bradstreet, you probably won't have a payday score. And if you don't have a complete profile, Experian business and Equifax business are going to say that you're a risky business. They're not going to want to. They're not going to want to approve you for a lot of credit because you'll look risky because you don't have enough accounts. Like I said before, with the analogy of the guy just walking to you and asking for $10,000, that's kind of how you'll look. You look risky to him if you don't have enough accounts, and if you don't have at least three according to Dun and Bradstreet, you're going to look risky to Experian and Equifax. So anyone who pulls Experian and Equifax for your business are going to say that they won't approve you for credit because you don't have enough accounts reporting. So you come in here, you get three accounts, three trade accounts. Then you move on to the next tier. After you have that, you can put in here what you've been approved for, what you've been denied for. And like I said, these are recommended. So on the next one, you'll see that the next ones are not recommended because we don't have any accounts that's uh, no accounts that's reported that we've added yet, that we've been added to, or if we've been denied for whatever reason, then we're gonna add who denied us. So then we go to the second tier, and this is going to be, you're going to need at least six accounts in order to move on to the next tier. So that means three on the first tier and three on the second tier, and that's six accounts that you can move on to the third tier. Now we just say six because that's how many you need: three on the first, three on the second, and you need three on the first at least just to move on to the second tier. But you can get as many as you want. If you go in there and you see that you want Uline, Granger, Bricks, CEO, you can get all of those. You can get as many as you want, but you need to have at least three. So this second tier is going to be other net 30 accounts, and some of these are going to be revolving accounts as well that you can use for whatever you want to use them for. Home Depot has a revolving line of credit for all of my real estate guys. Um, you can use that. Office Depot, if you have an office building, you need a computer. They have net 30 accounts. They have revolving credit. Also, Quill is a tier 2 account. I know a lot of people say to apply to Quill at first, but Quill, we recommend you going to Quill as a um, tier 2 account. So after you have your first three accounts reporting, then go to Quill. And it says not recommended right here. On the first one, if you remember, I'll go back to it. It says recommended. This one says not recommended. And the reason why it says that is because uh, based off the information that you put in, we do not recommend that you apply to Quill. Like I showed on the first, I didn't put that we were approved for any accounts. So if you don't have any accounts approved, we don't recommend you applying to Quill. But once you update it and you say that you've been approved for something, then we show you what you're recommended for. So you can go to Quill, Office Depot. Once you have those accounts, these are net 30 or revolving accounts at Office Depot, and you see who they report to. So everything is right at the tip of your fingertips. You don't need to go and research and find out what kind of accounts Home Depot has, who they report to, what you need to have to qualify. Let's pull that up. You need to have a commercial account paid in full terms. All of this is think about how long it'll take to find this information. Who would you even talk to? How many people would you have to get transferred to? Do you have the time in the day? You need to know if you need to have 10 employees. You won't find most of this stuff on YouTube or Google. Most people don't even know that some of these accounts exist. Me personally, when I started looking into business credit a long time ago, um, I didn't see all of these people. I didn't see Tiger Direct or Hisco. Now, this Amazon account is a net 55 account. So you can definitely upgrade your account, and I'll show you that later once you have more payment history. But this account here is a net 55. So you go in there, you can get that. You can use, just like you can use Amazon for almost anything. You can buy almost anything there. These are some of the other accounts. So once you have three accounts in tier 1, three accounts in tier 2, then you move on to tier 3. Tier 3 is going to be mostly fleet and gas cars that you can use. So, and some of these accounts you might not even need. We want to make sure that you're not wasting your money on stuff that you don't need, but we also want to get you to where you need to be to the final tier. Have this business credit profile and your payment history, all showing that you're a legitimate and responsible company. So just for whatever reason, if you weren't able to use some of these accounts, just think about it like this: you're only paying for it to build your business credit. Now, some of these accounts you only need it to report once. Once it reports, then you move on to the next tier. So tier 3 Advanced building stage, you have 10, you need 10 accounts. So you had three on the first, three on the second, that's six. Now you need four accounts on here. When you come in here, so this is another one that a lot of times I see on YouTube, people are recommending Crown Office Supply. Crown Office Supply, a lot of times the guys or the women, whoever's on YouTube, they'll say, go search an LLC today, tomorrow go apply for Crown Office Supplies, Uline, Granger, because their reports are done in Bradstreet. Credit Safe is another one. It's another business credit reporting agency that's really popular in the United Kingdom. It's not 100% in the United States yet, but if it does, you already have the resources here to build that credit profile up as well. And the reason why we recommend this as tier three, because your business needs to be at least 90 days old in order to get approved for it. You know, most of the time you can get approved. Some people can get a $1,500 line of credit, but why take the risk? Why take the inquiry if you don't need to? Just follow the steps and follow the process. We have other office supplies that you can use in a first and second tier anyway for you to get the office supplies that you need. So wait to get this if you wanted to get it until you're actually recommended to get it, because even if your business is brand new, you know, you can't get this, you know, and you might not need it because you already have other office supply stores. Office Depot, for example, in tier two, you can get Office Depot. So those are requirements for it. It's a website, phone number, you know, same rundown for everything. And but what's so good about us is that we have our relationships with all these people. So like I said, we know how everyone who their reports, and I keep saying it over and over again because it's so powerful. When you look online, most people won't know exactly who they report to, their terms, or if they know their terms, some video has the terms, some videos have the reports. But how many videos are you going through to find all this information? Who's going to tell you exactly what it takes to apply to Gimplers? I've heard a lot of people say go to Gimplers as well. You know, and it's pretty much all the same stuff. You know, once you have all your information set up, you're going to need the business bank account anyway. That's why we do that first. Your Dun and Bradstreet number, we do that first. Business address, matching everywhere. You know, strong business credit history. You don't have business credit history, meaning your tier one and your tier two accounts, you won't be able to get Gimplers. You also have to have annual sales with Gimplers of $2,500 or four or more orders within the 12-month period with a credit card in order to get approved. Now, most people don't say that. You know, I haven't heard anyone say that online. So these are some other accounts: BP, Chevron, you know, Lowe's, a revolving line of credit with Lowe's, Tractor Supply. These are some other places that you can get. So once you get four accounts with them, let's check something. Once you get four accounts with them, then you have 10 accounts altogether. Then you move on to the last and final tier. And this is going to be where you can get lines of credit with Commerce Bank. So you see revolving accounts here, or Net 30 is here. Sam's Club. Sam's Club is a card that you can, it's a credit card that you can actually use for anything. You can use it for marketing, advertising, you know, buy suits. You can use it for whatever you want at any place. It's not just for Sam's Club. So once you come here, you need to get, sorry, I didn't even say it up front. You need to have at least 14 accounts to finish here. So you got three, then four, and now four again. And think about how hard that would be to get 14 accounts without knowing all of the resources it takes to get it, or how many videos would you have to watch. But it's all right here at the tip of your fingers because we set it out for you. We have the relationships. And Divvy is another one that we recommend as a tier four account. A lot of people, I see a lot of people getting Divvy, but they're not maximizing their full potential because they don't have all of the basic requirements that it takes to get you the maximum amount of approval from Divvy. So yeah, you can get Divvy as well. But Ally is another one. Ford, once you build this business credit profile, you have all this payment history. You can get financing with Ally. You can finance it with Ford and Toyota as well. So you can use that for your vehicles if you want to. You know, on the last tier, they have fleet and gas cards. You can come on this tier. You know, once you get to this level, you can get the vehicle that you need. If you want to do a trucking business, you want to have a hotshot truck, a Ford truck, you can use Ford to finance that, and you already have the fleet cards and gas cards on tier three that you can use to fix up your vehicle, or you can use it to fill it up with gas. As you know, you get an 18 wheeler, it's gonna definitely be a lot of money to fill that tank up. So those gas cards definitely come in handy. You can use them for repairs as well, because if your truck is in the yard, you can't make money with it. So, and it wouldn't it be better if you can use $5,000, $6,000 of other people's money in order to fix your vehicle and put it back on the road, and then pay them back after you finish the job. So Brex is another one a lot of people get. That's who they report to. And this is the Amazon account we talked about earlier. Once you're on tier 4, you can get a revolving account with Amazon. And these are some of the other providers. So another thing we offer is not reporting trade accounts. So let's say Apple, for example, if Apple didn't report, but Apple had a line of credit that you can get, wouldn't it be beneficial to get that line of credit with Apple just because everyone has Apple laptops? I'm on an Apple laptop right now. So Wells Fargo, you can get that. Like I said, it's not reporting, but it's a revolving line that you can get, and these are all recommended. See, I didn't even put the um, the first tier accounts in, but these are still recommended accounts that you can get. If you go through the process and you get, all the way to tier 4, and then you did these accounts, you'll have a lot more to lean on in terms of getting approved. But you can still get approved for some of these without even having your first account. See, some of these are not recommended. Vistaprint, until you have some accounts. Wave is another one I see a lot of people try to get, and Loves. United Rentals is pretty good. Navy Federal is really good. A lot of people are able to get that one. But that one's only if you have someone close relative in your family that was in the military. I've seen a lot of people get $10,000, $15,000 pretty easily just because you have a family member that was served in the Navy or served in the Army. So these are some other accounts. We have a ton of accounts here. It goes on for days and days and days. And then those are just the accounts that don't report. Let's go to the accounts that require a PG, personal guarantee trade accounts. So these accounts are something that you're going to have to provide a personal guarantee for. So if you have decent credit profile, you want to do a PG for these. Regions is one of them we talked about earlier. That's who I bank with. So you're gonna have to have a personal guarantee, be in business at least 2 years. But if you can meet these criteria, then you can probably get a revolving account with Regions. So it's one of the things. And like I said, we have all of these different resources. How many times have you gone and looked at business credit if you've been looking it up, but you've never found an Enterprise Bank or Fulton Bank? We have all of these different resources in here for you to check out and use. So that's pretty much it. Once you get that process, once you get all the way to the fourth tier, you have about 14 accounts reporting. Your business credit profile is, it's ready to go. You don't have any kind of problem showing people that you're legitimate, that you can manage paying back different people, different companies. You have 14 different accounts here, so who's going to say that you can't report? You can't do your payment history. You've been proving it for 14 different accounts already. So I want to go back and talk about the monitoring your business credit. So when you're building your business credit report, you need to monitor it just like on a personal side, because just like on the personal side, sometimes things might get reported inaccurately, or your information gets is not matching everywhere like you thought it was, and you need to monitor that. Like I said, if you have too many addresses,
it's 1 o'clock.
You'll be um, you'll look more risky in order to get funding from people. They'll treat you like you're riskier than if you just had one address. So you can monitor your business credit here. You monitor it Nav or Dun& Bradstreet. And what's so good about us is that if you monitor your business credit on your own, go to their websites, it'll cost you about $250. With us, it's only $25 a month. So you can either pay $250 a month, do a lot of this research on your own, or you can work with us, pay $25 a month, and my advisors and the financial guys will be with you every step of the way, walking you through the process, all of our experience, all of our software, and all of the time and that we've invested into building these relationships and getting all these criteria and requirements. You can have all of that at your fingertips. We did a lot of the work. And this is why, after seeing this, hopefully you can see how this is how we condense down that 3 year process into 4 to 6 months. To get to this fourth tier, it really only takes 4 to 6 months to get there. And as you can see, in the meantime, you're still getting a ton of different credit that you can use to build your business credit I mean, build your business up as well as build your business credit. So that's just this part. Now, if you are interested in just getting some financing, I'm going to go here. You won't have this tab in your back office if you were to sign up, but you can go to Finance My Business. But if you wanted to, this service comes with a cost. Our service comes with a cost. So, one second. You can actually I can put in your information for you. This is what we'll put in. We'll put in your first name, last name, business name, birthday, because we got to make sure you're of legal age. And you're going to be contacting you guys, not me. And if you so these are three different things that you can bring to the table. If you have one of the three, then you can get different financing. If you have all three or two of them, you get more financing. But you only need personal credit, or you only need cash flow every month, or you only need collateral in order to get financing. So these are a couple of different things. If you have a 680 or better, this is real popular with my real estate guys, get you a credit line hybrid program up to $150,000 that you can use within the next 2 to 3 weeks that you can get approved for. You can pull cash out of it at 0% interest, pay back about 1% a month, and you can use that to purchase real estate. You can use that to purchase your truck, to get in a trucking. You can use it for whatever you want: suits, marketing, advertising, vehicles, whatever you want to use it for. We recommend you use it for the business because you're gonna have to pay this back over time. You still got to pay it back, but you can use it for whatever you want. Just be responsible with it and make sure you're building your business up. Think about this: just based off your personal credit, you can get up to $150,000. Business credit is the rich relative that we all wish we had. This is it right here, business credit. So you can come in here, you can get this. Now, this is all regardless of your business credit profile, regardless of if you even have an LLC yet. If you just started your LLC, you can still get this $150,000. If you don't have cash flow, or if your business has been open for a while and you have about $5,000 to $10,000 a month, you have different financing than you would if you had zero credit and less than $5,000 a month. So each one of these things that we click on here will give you different types of credit, different types of financing or loans or options. So accounts receivable, if you have a merchant account, you're receiving payments through credit cards and you have monthly subscriptions, then you can get different financing for that. If you have a 401k, you can use that as collateral and get financing for that. You have commercial real estate with equity that's generating revenue generating right now. You can get different financing for that. So we have a ton of different options, and this part is all free. You want me to submit this information for you? I can submit it, and we can actually get you funded. There's no fee in it up front. So I submit your information for free. You only pay on the back end, and you're going to pay between 9 to 12% on the back end after you get funded. So you use the funding to pay for the funding that you got. And then once you get that funding, that the money that you get, you can actually use it to purchase our services to build your business credit with the software that I just showed. So this is the different prices that we have for this. Hopefully you guys seen the value in it. I wish I could answer questions, but if you want, we can do a live demonstration. Just feel free, uh, reach out to me however you found this link, and I'll be able to set up a call with you, and we can do a virtual um, demonstration of this process as well. And I can answer any questions you have in the process. So these are the payments that we have right now. We have weekly, monthly, and one time. The weekly and the monthly both have this 697 fee to start up. So the reason why they have this fee, like I mentioned, you're getting a ton of different discounts, a ton of different um, rates and benefits of being with us. But for me to start you up, it costs us a little bit of money. So on the first month, I actually lose money. When you pay the 697, I lose money on that, and we don't actually even start making money until after you start, after you already started in the process. So we're pretty much invested in you at that point. And it says 30 weeks or 8 months. But once you get on and you decide that you want to pay it off, then we'll knock off some of the end payments for you. So you might not end up paying the whole term. You might pay around the one-time payment, but you don't have to go to full term. There's no prepayment penalty. And like I said, we knock off some of those payments for you. By far, anywhere you go, the one-time payment is going to be the best price that you can get for it. So this is the one-time payment. It's only $34.97. And as you can see, you're paying to save time to get educated in the process. And you also, if you have partners or friends or relatives or cousins, or if you have 10 other businesses, while you're using this, you're learning, you're educating yourself in the process. You can start building your those other businesses business credit up as well. So reach out to me if you guys have any questions. Feel free. This is our website, it's penstarllc.com. You can check us out on there. You can see our credibility, our, you can contact us on there. You can see our contact, and you can also come on here and book a consultation with us, or you can get some downloads as well. You can come on here, get business credit for your EIN, not your social security number. And you can get this download, and we'll definitely take care of you. You can also come to the homepage and get this download. And, we have a ton of different resources for you guys. And I look forward to doing business with you. Also, we mentioned before that if you were looking to get the financing, but you don't have the credit yet, maybe you're right there and you don't have it yet. We haven't started our personal credit repair brand um, business yet, our personal credit repair division yet, but we do have all of our resources already put together. We need people to take care of our personal credit repair clients because a lot of our guys come to us, but they don't have the personal credit yet. But since we haven't opened up our division yet for personal credit repair, you guys can come in here. You can fix your own credit to get the funding, or I'll show you. So this is 101 different letters. They cover everything from late payments, collections, letter to creditors. These are all the same letters that we're going to be using when we start up our business as well. When we have the time, we just don't have the time right now because we have so much to do. But that's only $30, and you have the deluxe credit repair kit as well, and that's on sale right now as well for $75. So you can come in here and you can get all of these credit dispute letters. You can get the PowerPoints that you can show to your clients, or you can do a live demonstration just like we're doing right here with this PowerPoint. You put in your information, and you educate them in the process, and then you can set them up for your services at the end of that presentation. You have some reports that you can look at. You can also have these books. You can actually distribute them and give them to your clients or potential clients, or you can just read them for yourself as well and learn the process. Another thing that's good is that you get 3 months of marketing for posts on social media. Social media is definitely the best way to go. It's not the best way, but it's definitely beneficial because the more people know what you're doing, the more people will want to come and do business with you. So you go to 3 months of emails as well. And once you get these clients in who are not interested yet to get started, you want to send them emails and make sure that you're educating them on the time being. And that way you become the go-to person for credit repair when they're ready to fix their credit. So your credit and your family's credit scores will be in your hands once you have this credit repair kit. Like I said, it's only $75 to pretty much get you started. You're going to get licensed. You're going to have to get licensed and bonded on your own. But these are all of the tools that you pretty much need in order to get started. It's only $75 to start your own business. You can get your LLC set up. And then once you have that going, you can come back here and finance that LLC because you have monthly cash flow. So we're going to end this webinar off with this. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at any time. Also, we're looking for referrals as well. If you have anyone that's looking to get started with business credit, we pay $250 for each person that signs up with a one-time payment. Now, like I said, on a weekly and a monthly, when you first start up, we lose money on that first month. So um, we don't pay upfront for those. But if you have 5 people that sign up with either the weekly or the monthly or both together, it can be 2 weekly and 3 monthly if you want, just however you want it. Then we can compensate you for those 5 people, or we can do your business for free as well. So you're not paying $3,500 anymore. Although it's really not a lot to get this service and to get, the hundreds of thousands of dollars, even maybe millions, because some of our guys have millions of dollars in business credit. You're not paying that $3,500 anymore. Now you're just uh, getting your business done by word of mouth, just by referring people to us. And we do this demonstration with them if we need to, and we get them the one, they sign up with the one-time payment, you get paid, or if they sign up with the weekly or monthly, they get paid as well. So another thing, I don't know if I mentioned it, and I'm gonna let you guys go. You have access to the business advisors for the next 12 months. So the guys that are gonna be helping you to build your business credit profile, to like I said, the process only takes 4 to 6 months, but you'll have access to us, have access to those guys for the next 12 months, and my finance team, you have access to them for the next 5 years. So um, this is definitely beneficial. You guys take a look at this, see if you're interested, and also refer people to us because you can get compensated as well. So, like I said, reach out to us any way that you can, and I look forward to doing business with you.